Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I thought this almost too good to be true. I saw this full set of Olsa pry bars for $22 on Amazon. This is the 8-inch, 12-inch, 18-inch, and 24-inch. Now I'm used to paying Snap-on prices, but honestly, you can get a similar set for about $2 less that are not striking, don't have the great handles, not Olsa, made by Titan. So I've got some comparables here we'll look at in a moment. Let's take a look at this thing. I think it retails for about $65. You can get it on the Olsa site for around $45, something like that. But in this case, it was a little over $20, and I thought, what? Is that real? I've got to check it out. So anyway, here it is. I'm going to open it up. This is, a lot of times in the off season, you're not changing spark plugs or pulling hoses, and you've got these hose clamp pliers. One of the things that you can do is, hose pliers, not hose clamps, is if you've got these kinds of boxes you need to open, you can literally grab it just like this and pull out, and there you go. So you don't have to destroy the box trying to rip that tab out. So it's worth the $40, from Knipex to open some boxes. Anyway, let's take a look at this thing. So there it is. Got all the pieces. Here's the kind of the standard one. It looks like it's either a really heavy black oxide or paint. Not as sharp as the Snap-on, but definitely smooth. Sometimes these, like on the Titan, they come fairly sharp but rough. Here is the kind of not as sharp, not as well developed, well defined as that crescent. We'll go into those in a sec. But what do we have? We've got a fairly heavy kind of a rubberized handle with a striking cap. So it does have connection all the way through. In fact, it goes up to, I believe, around this area right here is where the shaft actually stops. So very solid feel, of course. Comes with a nice little small one, 8-inch. It's almost sprinkly shiny here as the sun goes down where I am. As you can see, proportionately increasing the shaft size, which is great, because some of these things, these might be the same size here. Sometimes the pry bars kind of stay with a smaller one. That's something I noticed here with the channel lock, is it didn't start increasing very fast. Here is in fact, like the smaller Titan and channel lock here. And then when you throw this in, you can see that there is a bit of a increase in size with the Snap-on version. But anyway, uniform symmetrical handle, probably very similar to this Snap-on here. This is kind of their classic hard handle. So it is a smaller, almost screwdriver handle. I have no idea what to think about the different sizes. Here's a small, Titan's probably got the smallest here. Channel lock, very similar. I am a fan of the new Snap-on kind of scraper pry bar handles. These, I like them, especially because of the great size. It's a simple, it's not quite a canoe design, but goes up on both ends. A little bit of indexing if you're doing some things blindly. But in reality, there seems to be a lot of opinions about it. So here's what you've got. It's like a number 3 or number 4 Phillips screwdriver sized handle, but it's not very long. What is it for? I guess holding it, and if you're pounding on something, maybe that's a good use for a round handle. But Snap-on's is both round and longer and wider, and has ramps at both ends, whereas this has a bit of a it ramps up slowly here and then takes a dive and then a little bump, a little bit of jimping. That does give you some indexing, which is good. I do like that, whereas others that are just uniform, sometimes you can't quite tell the orientation. As far as the striking cap, it's a little bit smaller, quite a bit flusher than the this giant thing sticking on the end of this channel lock up here. But you want to talk giant, look at the size of that snap-on one. It's way out there. Easy to hit. So this one, you'd have to kind of score that on the small side for a striking cap. As far as the colors, well, it's black with a red loop there on the back. Overall, for 20 bucks, I assume it's solid steel. Quality steel. That just shocked me, because a good striking pry bar, and these, if you look, where is it? Olsa Tools is out of Canada, but these are made in Taiwan. And there doesn't seem to be quite as much resistance about Taiwanese made tools anymore, because they seem to be, that maybe Japanese tools might be number one of the kind of Asia Pacific tools, followed by Taiwan, possibly Vietnam, and then maybe China. So this is, to me, one of those Amazon scores. I'll put a link. At the moment, it seemed like it was no longer available, but at some point it will be. I mean, I can't be the first to have jumped on a deal like this, but I do like Olsa Tools. They do seem to be a quite affordable, well-made tool. No problem with that. Big solid handles. Look at the size of those things. So it looks like it's two sizes, small and large. Good grip. Nice, heavy duty. And with that, Doc out.